We have 0 degree Celsius. It is freezing point of water, and it is also melting point of ice. That is, ice converts to water at 0
Sir,
degree.
your voice is not clear.
Okay. Okay, just okay. Ice converts to
Sir,
water.
your voice is not.
Okay, is it fine? The voice.
Sir, the voice is clear.
Sir, your voice is not.
Sir, your voice is clear.
No, sir.
Sir, it is clear.
Clear.
Your voice is clear.
Okay, then. Okay, see here some. I will be trying to move forward and to explain most of the things. Okay, today Bluetooth is not getting connected. Yesterday it got updated, and some issues I will do it of course. Okay, so ice at 0 degree Celsius converts to water. Okay, so it's the melting point is 0 degree Celsius. Water as well converts to ice at 0 degree Celsius. Okay, so what is happening at 0 degree Celsius? For example, this is our 0 degree Celsius. We have first take ice. Ice is there. For example, ice is at -4 degrees Celsius. Okay, we are supplying heat to it. We are supplying heat to it. Okay, so when we are supplying heat to it, what will happen to the temperature of the ice? It will decrease or it will increase.
It will increase.
It will increase -5 degrees Celsius to -4 degrees Celsius. Then -3 degrees Celsius, -2 degrees Celsius, -1 degree Celsius. Then 0 degrees Celsius. At 0 degrees Celsius, we are having ice. At 0 degrees Celsius, we are having, and we are continuously supplying heat. Now at 0 degrees Celsius, what will happen? Ice will start to melt. Okay. So see here in kinetic theory, what is happening there in melting process. So we are discussing explanation of change of state using kinetic theory. Okay. Along with this, it will get clear. Okay. So see here initially ice. It is made up of molecules. It is made up of molecules of H2O. They are closely packed. In ice. Okay. This is the ice cube. They are closely packed. And what kind of motion they have? Vibrating motion only. They can vibrate, but they cannot move here and there. They cannot move here and there. And temperature is, for example, -5 degrees Celsius. Now see here what is happening here. These molecules, the intermolecular force is very strong. Intermolecular force is very strong. Okay. So I write intermolecular force. I am denoting with I1. Okay. It is more. Okay. It is with the molecular force is more. What about kinetic energy? Kinetic energy is less. Okay. Always remember one thing. Less the kinetic energy, less the temperature. Less the kinetic energy, less the temperature. Okay. So see here what is happening. Molecules are there in ice. They are closely packed. They are closely packed, and intermolecular force is very strong. Okay, and kinetic energy is less. You can see only the vibration motion they have. Okay, they are only having the vibration motion. So kinetic energy is less. Since they are only vibrational motion, very less heat is generated. Very less heat generated, very less temperature. So less the kinetic energy, less the temperature. Okay. Now we are supplying heat to it. As we are supplying heat to it, what will happen to the molecules? They will gain the energy and they start to vibrate more. They start to vibrate more. As they vibrate more, more the collisions will be there. More collisions, more heat generated, more will be the temperature. So temperature is rising now. So temperature will be rising. And kinetic energy will be increasing. So see it again, as we supply heat, the molecules they gain the energy, they vibrate more. As they are vibrating more, what will happen? They are trying to move more far apart from each other, and you can see more they are vibrating. More will be the kinetic energy. So we are giving more heat, more kinetic energy. More kinetic energy, it means more collisions. So temperature increases. So temperature is increasing -5, -4, -3, -2, -1, -1 degree Celsius. For example, it has decreased to -1 degree Celsius. Again, we are continuously supplying it. They are vibrating more and more kinetic energy, more the temperature. Okay, temperature increases. Now, for example, it has reached 0 degree Celsius. Now at 0 degree Celsius, what is going to happen? So see here, vibrations were increasing and increasing. So they were trying to move more and more. Okay. At 0 degree Celsius, what will happen? They have reached the limit of vibrational kinetic energy. That is, they have reached the limit. Now, intermolecular force has been decreasing since they were trying to move more far and apart. Okay. Now at 0 degree Celsius, whatever heat we are giving to the ice, this heat, it will be used to break the bonds. That is, to overcome the intermolecular force. There was strong intermolecular force earlier. They were fixed. They were only vibrating. Their vibrations have reached limit. Kinetic energy have reached the limit at 0 degree Celsius. Now kinetic energy is not increasing. That is, their vibrations are not increasing. What is happening? Whatever energy we are supplying, that is going to overcome the intermolecular forces. That is going to overcome the intermolecular forces. That is going to break away the bonds, so that these molecules can start to move as well. So at 0 degree Celsius, whatever heat we have supplied, the kinetic energy has not changed. So temperature haven't changed. So that amount of heat will be called as latent heat.
Hidden heat.
This is called a latent heat because it's hidden heat. We cannot measure using thermometer. We cannot measure this heat using thermometer. This amount of energy, it is going to overcome the intermolecular force. That is going to make little freedom. That is, intermolecular force decreases much. It decreases such much that it becomes very less, so that now molecules can start to move. Earlier they were vibrating only. Now they start to move in the liquid. They start to move. As they start to move, we can say that ice is converting into liquid. Understood? As they start to move, ice is converting into liquid. So whatever heat we are supplying, this heat will be going to break the bonds. All the bonds it is going to break. That is, it is going to overcome all the intermolecular forces. Some forces it already overcome. Between some molecules, it will be going to overcome now. So, till all the ice does not melt into water, temperature remains at 0 degree Celsius. Temperature remains at 0 degree Celsius. Okay. So, when all the ice have melted, we have water. Now, whatever energy we are supplying, that will go to kinetic energy. Okay. So, melting is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Melting. Okay. See here. Melting is clear. So at 0 degree Celsius, if we are having water at 0 degree Celsius, whatever heat we are supplying to, okay, we have ice for example. Whatever heat we are supplying to it, that is going as latent heat, only changing the phase. That is only overcoming the intermolecular force. It will convert into water. Okay, and water at 0 degree Celsius. If we are taking away the heat, we are cooling it. We are taking away heat from the water. It means intermolecular forces are becoming strong now. So water will convert into ice at 0 degree Celsius. So it is just the latent heat. If we provide latent heat to the ice, then it will convert into water. If we take that latent heat, water at 0 degree Celsius there, if we take away that latent heat, it will convert into ice. It is happening at 0 degree Celsius only. This is clear. Now we discuss boiling. Okay. So melting is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Now
sir.
we discuss boiling. So see here, in boiling, what ice has already converted into water. That means intermolecular forces have overcome. They can move. Now intermolecular forces is less. Intermolecular force, it is less. For example, water we have taken as 36 degrees Celsius. We have supplied heat. We are supplying heat. As we are supplying heat, what will happen to the molecules? Some intermolecular force is there. As they gain the kinetic energy, they gain the heat. They move more fast inside the liquid. These electrons, they will move more fast inside the liquid. They gain more energy, more fast they move. More and more energy they move more and more. So more kinetic energy will be there, and more the kinetic energy, more the molecules. So temperature increases. So more kinetic energy, more collisions, temperature increases. From 36 if it reaches 98 degrees Celsius, then 100 degrees Celsius. So you can see thermometer, the temperature is continuously increasing till 100 degrees Celsius. At 100 degrees Celsius, temperature stops. Now see what is happening. It has reached its limit of kinetic energy. That is, whatever velocity is moving, that's the maximum. Inside the liquid, it is moving. Now, whatever energy we are supplying, it will be going to overcome the intermolecular forces of the molecules. Now, as intermolecular forces are overcome, what will happen to the molecules? It will become free and it can escape the liquid. And when these molecules start to escape, what is forming? Vapor. What is forming? Vapor is starts to form. That is, molecules which have gained sufficient energy and their intermolecular forces has overcome. They will leave the liquid. You have seen the while water boils. It starts to, you can see molecules, you cannot see, but you can see there is a turbulence created inside the liquid. Molecules which gain the energy, they will convert into vapor, they will leave. These molecules, they will start leaving the surface. They will start leaving the surface. Okay. Molecules which gain, like you have seen at the bottom. Here the molecules they gain sufficient amount of energy and powers starts to rise and they leave the surface. So they have sufficient amount of energy, they have overcome the intermolecular force and they start to leave the liquid. And this is how vapor is formed. So see here, at 100 degrees Celsius, whatever amount of energy is being supplied to water, that energy is used, that heat is used to overcome the intermolecular forces. So temperature remains at 100 degrees Celsius, whatever heat we supply, that is used to overcome the intermolecular forces only. When these intermolecular forces are overcome, liquid starts to convert into vapor. So some liquid converted, then rest of the liquid converted, until all the liquid is not converted, temperature remains at 100 degrees Celsius. Okay, so water at 100 degrees Celsius. When heat is being supplied, it converts into vapor. And that amount of heat supplied is called as latent heat. Okay. If we cool the vapor, that is the amount of latent heat we take away from the vapor, it will convert into water at 100 degrees Celsius. That is boiling point and condensation point. They are same. So boiling is clear. Okay. Now we discuss sublimation. Sublimation is kind. Okay, see here in sublimation, what is there? We have the solid. It directly converts into its gaseous state. That is vapor. It means something is there with the intermolecular forces of sublimates. Okay, for example, this is our naphthalene bonds. In the substances which go sublimation, their intermolecular force is very weak. Intermolecular force is very weak. So they are intermolecular force is very big, so they are attached to each other in the form of solid. But if you provide even a little heat to them, even if you provide them a very little heat. Okay, so we are providing heat to it. Now, as its vaporization, the temperature is reached, since intermolecular force is very big, slight bit heat we supply, it will overcome the intermolecular forces and those molecules will escape. Those molecules will leave the surface, will leave the sublimate. Okay, so these substances which undergoes sublimation, they have very weak intermolecular forces. So little heat we supply, through that the intermolecular forces is overcome. That is, they become free and they leave the solid. So directly these solid they get converted into its gaseous state. Sublimation is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the temperature at which these solid that is directly converted into gaseous state, the temperature is called as sublimation point. Okay. So we discussed checkpoint 3. First one, during sublimation, a substance changes from dash state to dash state. During sublimation, what will be the change of state?
Solid to gas.
Solid to gaseous state. Solid state to gaseous state. Okay, first one is clear. Second one, deposition is dash of sublimation. Deposition is reverse of sublimation or reverse process of sublimation. Reverse of sublimation. Reverse you can write or reverse process you can write. It's up to you. Reverse of sublimation. Okay. Next one, snowfall on hills is an example of on hills snowfall. It's the example of deposition. That is what happens. The vapors directly get converted into ice. The vapor directly get converted into ice. Deposition. Snowflakes are formed. Okay, selects true and false. During change of state of a substance, the heat supplied raises the kinetic energy of its molecule.
True.
Okay. True or false? During change of state, that is, for example, at 0 degrees Celsius, ice converting to water. Is kinetic energy increasing?
Yes.
Or all the energy going as to break away the bonds? During change of state, whatever heat we supply, that will go to break away the bond. That is to overcome the intermolecular forces. Okay. So there will be no change in temperature. A change in temperature does not take place when there is no change in kinetic energy. So here this statement is false. So first one is false. Because that heat will be the latent heat. During change of state, the heat supplied does not raise the kinetic energy of the molecules, but to overcome the intermolecular forces. Okay, this is clear. The average kinetic energy of molecules is a measure of its temperature. Yes or no? More the kinetic energy, more the temperature. Less the kinetic energy, less the temperature. So true. Second will be true. Average kinetic energy is the measure of its temperature. Those solids tend to sublime, in which intermolecular forces are weak.
True.
Yes, that's true. Because intermolecular forces are weak, even a slight bit amount of energy given at the sublimation point, it will convert into vapor. Fourth one, in liquids, amplitude of vibrations of molecules is less than 4 solids. So vibrations we have known. In solid they vibrate. In liquid they vibrate more. In gases they vibrate more and more.
False.
So this statement is false. This statement is false. First one false, second true, third true, fourth false. Okay. So checkpoint 3 is clear. Next we discuss evaporation. Okay. Okay. We'll leave evaporation for time being. In next lecture we'll take evaporation. We discuss question answers now. Okay. We will discuss question answers. Okay, up to 8th we have done. 9th we have to do. Explain the process of melting on the basis of kinetic theory of matter. We have to 9th question we are doing, page number 24. Explain the process of melting on the basis of kinetic theory of matter. Okay. So here we have discussed today kinetic theory of matter. That is explaining the different phase change. So open page number 17. So open page number 17. We have to explain melting on the basis of kinetic theory of matter. So melting process. Okay, in that we can discuss something. Okay, so how you are going to start? It will be little bit lengthy answer. See here, solids are closely packed as written in the book. Solids are closely packed. The intermolecular forces is small. Okay, so one by one step will go. Solids are closely packed. Since they are closely packed, intermolecular forces space is small. And what about intermolecular force? It will be strong. Intermolecular force is strong. As intermolecular force is strong, they can only vibrate about their respective mean positions and possess small kinetic energy. Okay. Now, as we are ending, what will happen? Kinetic energy will
Sir, someone is there in the meeting.
Yes.
Sir, there is written free fire.
Free fire. I'm saying that one. Yes, Pulkit, don't disturb in class. Free fire, Pulkit. Okay, so leave that one. So melting process, this paragraph you have to write. That is what solids are closely packed. The intermolecular space is less. Okay, 1 minute. I am muting you all, or you can just listen for time. Okay. So if you have to say something, raise your hand. Okay. If you have to say something, raise your hand. I will unmute you. Okay. So we have to explain melting process. So melting process, how we are going to write? Okay. Solids are closely packed. The intermolecular space is small. It's given in the book. I'm just explaining you so that you can understand. It's a bit lengthy answer. You can understand. Okay. And intermolecular space is small. Therefore, intermolecular force is strong. Intermolecular force is strong. As intermolecular force is strong, they can only vibrate around along with their respective mean position, about their respective mean positions, and they possess very small kinetic energy. Okay. Now on heating, what will happen? On heating, kinetic energy will increase. As kinetic energy increases, molecules starts to move more faster. That is, they starts to vibrate more violently. Okay. Now at the particle temperature called the boiling point, called the melting point. At the particle temperature melting point, what will happen? These molecules, they will gain the sufficient energy to overcome the intermolecular force. To overcome the intermolecular force, and they becomes free within the substance. It means now solid has converted into liquid state. That all you have to write. So complete these two paragraphs you have to write on page number 17. You can write in your own words as well. You have understood? You can write in your own words as well. Okay. Next question we discuss. Okay. Explain the term boiling and boiling point that we have already discussed yesterday. Explain the terms boiling and boiling point that we already discussed. Now explain boiling process on the basis of kinetic theory of matter. This time you have to explain boiling process. Okay. So for boiling process, page number 18, open page number 18. Okay. So how you are going to write? See here, the molecules in a liquid, they can freely move. Molecules in a liquid, they can freely move within the liquid. Thus, they have kinetic energy. They have the kinetic energy. That's why they can freely move inside the liquid. Now the intermolecular force between them is quite small. In solid it was strong, but here in liquid it is quite small. The intermolecular forces is quite small. Now when liquid is heated, so what happens? As liquid get heated, it gains kinetic energy, and molecule starts moving more violently. They starts to move more violently, and when a temperature is reached, for example, at boiling point, what will happen? These molecules, they have gained the sufficient energy to overcome the intermolecular forces, and these molecules, they become free, and they start to leave the surface. They start to leave the liquid. Okay. Thus, liquid is changed into vapor. Up to this line, you have to write first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth line. Okay. First 6 lines you have to write. Start from the molecules of the liquid. Okay. Till 6th line. Thus, the liquid has been changed into vapor. Okay. And you can frame your answer in your own words. If you understood well, you can frame the answer in your own words. Okay. So we have explained boiling process based on the kinetic theory. Okay, what is sublimation? Give 2 examples of sublimate. What is sublimation? Give 2 examples of sublimate. So sublimation process we have discussed. On page number 16 it is given. On page number 16, sublimation is given in bold letters. The sublimation is the process. Thus you don't write. Start with sublimation is the process or transformation of substance on heating directly from solid to its gaseous state without passing through the intermediate liquid state. That's the sublimation. Clear to everyone? Okay, 1 minute. Yes. Yes, Arpit.
Say again.
Okay. Just okay, I have allowed you all to unmute. So, sublimation we are discussing. What is sublimation? Sublimation is the process that is given on page number 16. Seen sublimation. Sublimation is the process.
Sir, Pulkit is disturbing.
Yes, okay. Okay, so sublimation is the process of transformation of a substance on heating directly from the solid state to the gaseous state. Here, no liquid state is formed, okay, without passing through the intermediate liquid state. This is clear sublimation. Give 2 examples of sublimates. We have to give 2 examples of sublimate, that is those substances which undergo sublimation. So we have discussed methylene salts, camphor, ammonium chloride, or solid carbon dioxide, that is dry ice. These examples you can write, 2 or 3 examples you can write. Okay. What is dry ice? What is its main application? What is dry ice? What is its main application? So dry ice is solid carbon dioxide. Dry ice is solid carbon dioxide. Okay, that definition you can write. Or see here on page number 16, one box is given. Solid carbon dioxide is known as dry ice because it appears like ice. A box on right bottom corner. Solid carbon dioxide is known as dry ice because it appears like ice. It appears like ice. This is clear? Okay. What is its main application? Where it is being applied? Where we can use the dry ice? See here, page number 16, same box. In black it is written third line. Dry ice is used as refrigerant. Dry ice is used as refrigerant during transportation of perishable food items, meat products, fish, etc. Got it? Those three lines here to write. Dry ice is used as refrigerant during transportation of perishable food items, meat products, fish, etc. This is clear? Okay, so what we have discussed, 14th okay, from 14th we'll discuss tomorrow onwards, okay? Okay. From 14th onwards, we'll discuss tomorrow. Okay, any doubt till 13th?
Can you tell again 9th and 10th question?
Okay, 9th and 10th question. See, explain the process of kinetic. Okay, so we have to explain the melting point first, melting process. So page number 17. Page number 17. On page number 17, melting process is there. These two paragraphs you have to write. Explanation of change of state using kinetic theory. In that melting process is given. First paragraph, solids are closely packed till second paragraph has been converted into liquid state. That's our melting process, okay? And boiling process given on page number 18. On page number 18, the molecules of liquid can freely, you will start from there. Now see first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth line. Now the molecules can move freely in space, thus the liquid has been changed into vapor. Till that you have to write, okay? 6 lines are there, sixth line. Thus the liquid has been changed into vapor, in bracket gas, okay? Okay, we stop here. Thank you all. Rest question we'll discuss tomorrow. Okay, we end the meeting here.